Today, I am sharing 5 signs that you are ready to be a healer. Welcome back to another video. I'm so excited to dive into this topic because I think this is one of the most common questions that I get, which is, how do I know that I'm actually ready to be a healer? Now, before we dive into the 5 signs that I'm going to share with you today, make sure that you are subscribed to this channel so that you do not miss any future videos where I am sharing about healing, about connecting with the angels, and about living your true purpose. Okay, so let's dive in. Sign number 1 that you are meant to be a healer, that you are ready to show up as a healer, it is that you feel a persistent calling. It's like this persistent energy within you that's just like, there has to be more, and I'm ready for more, and I desire more. And there's something within you that says that there's a bigger purpose or a bigger mission or something more impactful that you are here to bring into the world. And it's just that maybe you don't know what it is and you have no clue how that's going to happen, but you have that feeling and you have that knowing. It's like this inner calling. And when we start to feel that inner calling, at first it might be quieter, and at first it might not always be there. Like sometimes you feel it, sometimes you're like, no, I'm good. Like my job is good, my life is great. Like I don't need anything extra. And then as time goes on, it's like that nudge or that whisper starts to get a little bit louder, and you start to feel it more and more often, and then you start to think like, wait, but like, am I actually meant to be do something different or something more or more impactful, or and we start to kind of feel that energy pulling us in a certain direction. And so that is the first sign that you are ready to step into your purpose as a healer. Now, the second sign is that you are naturally drawn to help others. And one of the key things here that you'll notice is that, and I think that on some level, all of us are, we have a good heart. We're just like, yeah, like, of course, I want to be kind. I want to help people. But the other thing about this is that you'll also notice that people are naturally drawn to you and maybe are coming up to you and sharing things or telling their stories or maybe seeking advice from you. And it's like a natural thing where your listening skills and your ability to hold space is just naturally felt and desired. And so people are just drawn to you and they're just like, can you help me? And it's just, maybe in a friendly way or whatever, like between friends or with loved ones. But the key is that there's this constant, desire to help, and people are drawn to you for help and for support. And you may even have noticed that you are a really good listener and that you really do hold space really well for other people. And so that is another key thing to know about yourself and to acknowledge about yourself. Like, it's not something small or insignificant. This is something that's really powerful when it comes to being a healer, which is to hold space for others and understanding that everyone has a different way of holding space. But the key thing is that you are holding space for other people and they feel safe in that space and they feel like they can surrender and they can be their true selves. And so they're drawn to you and they want you to help them in some way. So that is sign number 2. Now, moving on to sign number 3 that you are ready to be a healer is that you have gone through your own some sort of transformational change, some sort of transformational experience, whether it was a health journey, a spiritual journey, a relationship journey, or whatever else that you might have gone through in your personal life, an experience that really maybe brought you down to your knees or that really challenged you in some way, and that also provided you with a lot of growth and a lot of healing and a lot of awareness about your true self and who you are. And this is one of the key things that I think first catapults people into understanding or maybe seeing things from a different perspective when it comes to who they are or when it comes to how they can help others. It's like when you have gone through a really challenging time or moment and you finally get to the other side or kind of are in the upward swing of it, it really brings through this deep level of compassion and this deep desire to show up for people in some sort of a way. And that's directly linked to what I just said for number 2, where you desire to help other people. Oftentimes that is inspired by your own journey. I know that for me, that was exactly literally what happened, where I had a health crisis, we'll call it a health experience back in 2012, where I had a major eczema flare up all over my body. And it was just like such a huge moment and challenge for me because that was when I discovered Louise Hay. That was when I started to think about my nutrition and my overall health. And I started to prioritize myself, not just in terms of what I was eating, which wasn't even that bad in the first place before that, but just really prioritizing healthy, nutritious foods and also prioritizing self-love and just beginning to be more connected to myself. And that is when the vision for something bigger started to come in for me. And it would lead me down a whole path and a whole journey, which I will save that story for another day. But really, it was that moment and going through that healing experience that inspired me to pursue something where I would help other people as well. And you may have heard me share in a previous video where, when I first started off as an entrepreneur, it was in the field of health coaching and nutrition. And I thought that that's what I was meant to do because of my own journey and my own experience. I was like, okay, well, that's what really helped me during that time in my life. And so I'm going to do that to help other people too. And of course, that's grown and shifted since then. But the key point here is understanding that when you go through challenges and when you go through some sort of experience, it gives you the stories, the lessons, the experience to now be able to help other people navigate through their own journeys. And it supports you as a leader, as a guide, as a coach, as a whatever it is that you desire to bring through. You are an inspiration. And I think that's one of the key things, is to remember that your journey and who you are and everything that you've experienced, your uniqueness is the inspiration, that you don't have to be like anyone else, that you are here to inspire through your own journey. And so when you can acknowledge that whatever challenging situation that you've been through, or maybe you are currently going through, is actually there to help you grow, then it can help you to see like, yeah, I'm qualified for this. I'm qualified to teach about this or to guide other people through some sort of transformation because I know what it feels like. And just as a side note over here, because I know that for some people there can be a feeling that's like, well, I'm not fully healed, or I haven't fully, finished with this challenge or whatever. And I don't necessarily believe that we need to be fully healed in order to be a healer. I don't think that that's even quite possible. I feel like there's always some level of healing that we are able to go through because we are human at the end of the day. We're not perfect. We don't have everything figured out. But the key thing to know with regards to your own healing journey is the fact that if you have all these other signs in place, if you're like, yep, that's me, and yes, I'm still going through a challenge, but I've also already learned a lot, then that already qualifies you to be able to support other people. You don't have to have everything figured out. It's just a matter of looking at, am I able to help someone who's maybe 2 or 3 steps behind, who's at the beginning of that challenging period, and I'm a little bit ahead? Yes, I know the steps, I can help them. Then you're all good. So that is just something as a side note to know, that you do not have to be fully healed in order to be a healer. So let's move on to sign number 4, which is that you feel called to deepen in terms of your spiritual connection, your spiritual practice. You feel this call to be in a more spiritually aligned or spiritually connected place in your journey. And that might look like having a greater connection with the angels, being able to channel, being able to use your clairs, being able to really trust in your intuition and kind of go with the flow in that sense, being able to be guided spiritually in whatever way on your journey, and to have that deeper level of connection and kind of like a congruence in your life that's like, yes, I have this deeper practice in my life that supports me, that leads me, that guides me, and knowing that you are continuously growing in your spiritual connection. That's another sign that you are here to be a healer. And the reason why your spiritual connection is so powerful, or it kind of like fuels the whole process, is because when you are a healer and when you're showing up in a way where you are supporting others on their journey, on their path, essentially you are a messenger of the divine. Like, you are showing up to help them, to bring through guidance, to support them in some way. And that is the key work of the divine. Like, the divine is here to support us. And as humans together, as a collective, we are here to help one another. And so when you show up, when you're like, okay, I'm going to raise my hand and I'm going to really show up for others in this particular way, you are allowing God's work to move through you. You are allowing the divine energy of light and love to move through you in whatever way, whatever capacity that specifically looks like. And so when you are wanting to be in a deeper connection spiritually, what that says is that you are committing to whatever the greater divine plan is, whatever the greater divine vision might be, not just for you, but also including you, but also for the collective and for other people. And it's understanding that what's for your highest good is also for the highest good of all. And so in that process, as you commit to a deeper spiritual connection, that is opening up the door to be more committed to the greater divine plan, and to surrender to it, and to trust in it, and to have faith in it, and to be an example of it. And so if you are desiring to deepen your connection, like I said, to the angels, to the divine, in your channeling abilities, in your clairs, just overall how you show up in the world, then that is a huge sign that you are ready to be a healer. Now, the last sign number 5, that you are ready to be a healer, is that you feel both super excited and also maybe a little bit nervous to show up in that, or to pursue that calling. There's the part of you that's like, yes, like that's what I've been dreaming of, and that's what I've been wanting to do. And I know, like I said at the beginning, I know there's something more for me here, and there's a path here that's leading me to that. And then there's a flip side, the nervous side, that's like, but what are all the details? How is it all going to work out? How is it all going to look like? How is this all going to unfold? And that's the part that we often stick to, or the one that's the most loud in our ear, and the one that influences us. And the key thing to understand with this is understanding that it's such a normal thing for you to A, question of whether or not you're ready. It's B, to think like, is this even for me? Like, is this even who I am? But the key thing to understand is that when it comes to your soul, when it comes to the divine, it will always lead you into the highest good. And if you can feel a deep sense of knowing and certainty, like there's something bigger here, it's not just me in my human, I know that there's a bigger divine energy that's guiding everyone, including myself. And if you can really get into that space of trusting in the fact that you are part of a greater divine plan, and knowing that the next step that's being shown to you is to embrace your gifts, is to explore what that purpose is. It is to explore how you have come here to be an expression of divine light and love. Then that will take you to places that you could have never, ever, ever imagined. And that's the key thing. And so it's a thing to understand that it's normal to feel nervous, and it's also important to trust in the excitement and the expansion that you feel in your body when you think about the idea of embracing your gifts and stepping into your true purpose. And so if you feel that, if you know that, if you can experience that and just acknowledge it, then that is the 5th sign that you are ready to step into your purpose as a healer. So I would love to hear from you in the comments below. Let me know which of these signs are prominent for you. Maybe it's all 5. Let me know. Maybe it's the first 3. Maybe it's number 4. Whatever it is, I want to hear which of the signs, or if it's all of them, which ones are showing up for you right now. So post that in the comments below. And the other thing that I'm so excited to share with you is that I have officially opened up the doors to the Healer Program. Now, this is my Angelic Healing Certification Program. It is a program that I've been running since 2019. And I'm just so proud of the work that we do inside of this program. Like, there's no other way to say it. It is something that I have spent countless hours devoting energy, devoting my experience and knowledge, but also to bring through the channeling and information directly from the angels, from the divine, to support you on your journey. This program is all about bringing you clarity in terms of your path, your purpose, who you're here to be. It's about developing your skills and abilities as a healer. And it's also there to support you in opening up to your gifts as a healer. And so the combination of these different angles and perspectives of the program is what makes it so special. And then in addition to that, it's a combination of teaching, like bringing you a specific framework and knowledge and understanding and practices, and very, practical for you to apply and integrate and implement in your life. And it's also combined with personalized feedback. I think that's one of the key things about this program, is that it's not a cookie cutter approach to like, here, you do it this way, everyone do it the same way. It's about, who are you here to be as a healer? What are the gifts that you are here to share? How is this expression coming forward for you? What are you being led to do in terms of a meaningful impact in the world? And let's work together to figure it out and also understand the next steps that will take you from simply having a vision to actually living that vision. And that is my commitment to you through this program that I'm so excited to share, to bring to life, and to walk with you together on this journey. Now, the cool and exciting thing about right now, if you're watching this as I've published this video, is that we are currently in early bird season, but not for very long. So if you like to save money, and if you like to receive special bonuses that will enhance your path, that will enhance your journey, that will enhance your entire experience when it comes to understanding your gifts, when it comes to mastering your skills, when it comes to pursuing your calling and becoming confident in who you are as a healer, then you want to check out all the details in the link below this video. Go check out all the details. If you are ready for this, then join me. And when you join during early bird, you're going to get access to all of those exclusive things that I just listed. So all the information is there for you. It's below. Click below in the description below this video or in the pinned comment. And as always, if you have any questions, then you can always reach out to me personally. You can use a contact form on my website. You can DM me on Instagram. But the whole thing here is that I want you to know that I'm here to support you. I'm here to guide you. And the results of this program are absolutely incredible. So I cannot wait for you to join me if this is something that is calling to you. And otherwise, I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you know anyone who needs to hear this message today, then please share this video with them. And if you personally enjoyed this video, then please give it a thumbs up. And like I mentioned at the beginning, make sure that you are subscribed to this channel so that you do not miss any other future videos. Otherwise, that is it for today. As always, I am sending you so much love, so many angel blessings, and I will see you again very, very soon. Bye.